Hey crafty friends, it's Chris from Daily Dose of DIY, and today we're going to make these cool wood burnt ornaments for Christmas. We just need a marker, a heat gun, and our Cricut. Let's get started. Okay, to make these wood burn ornaments out of wood slices, here are the things we're going to need. Wood slices, and of course I'm going to link all this down below for you. Twine, our stencil vinyl, and transfer tape. You can use removable vinyl if you want. I wouldn't use permanent, it might be too sticky. We're going to need, of course, our Cricut mat, our Cricut tools, Mod Podge or some sort of sealer, and a brush, ribbon to decorate, heating pad, of course our scorch marker, a hot glue gun or tacky glue, and a heat gun. And of course we're going to need a lot of fun designs, right, to put on our ornament. So let's head on over to the computer and I will show you how to get my free SVG files. Okay, here we are on my website, dailydoseofdiy.com/library is where you're going to find the free SVG files, and of course I'll link this in the description for you. If you're already a member of my website, you can click here to enter the library and enter and it will prompt you for the password. If you don't already have the password or get emails from me, just go ahead and fill out your first name, your email address, and click the subscribe button. The link back to the library and the password will be emailed to you right away. So then when you enter the resource library, looks like I already have my password in. It will prompt you for that password. You enter the password and you will be in here, and all my SVG files are in alphabetical order. So the Christmas ones I'm using are part of the 12 Days of Christmas series I did. So you'll find them right at the top. Today I'm going to be using Merry Christmas, which is the first one. I did the Angel, which is next, the Nativity scene, and I'm going to do Jesus is the Reason for the Season. And of course there's more SVGs in here. Christmas ones, free for you to use. Arrows, I got all kinds of stuff in my library. So then to download it, you just click on it, the link, and the download, you'll see if you use a Chrome browser, automatically starts. And from there you'll need to get it unzipped, and then we can go ahead and bring it on into Design Space. So let's go to Design Space now. You can see I already have some of them in there. I left this one because I wanted to show you. They'll come in different colors and probably bigger than we need for ornaments. You can use these designs. You don't have to use them for ornaments. You can use them for shirts or pillows or anything you want. But they'll come in colored. So you want to go to the top menu here and just change the color to black. That will change the whole thing to a black color, or pick one color. Black is easy, it doesn't really matter though. And then we're going to need to size it down. My wood slice ornaments are between 2 and 3 inches, so that looks good. Get them all designs you want, so they're the same color and the size of your wood slice ornaments, and then we're ready to click the Make It button. Oh, no we're not. Here's a little lesson for you. I forgot to attach them. So select, like this Merry Christmas design, you'll need to come down. I'm over here on the layers menu that's on the right. Go all the way down to the bottom and click attach, and that will keep that design all together. I come over and select Jesus is the Reason for the Season and do the same thing. Click attach. The nativity scene, that one is already attached. Okay, now we can hit the Make It button, and when we come to the Cricut mat, all of our designs will be together as we've seen them. And I'm just going to spread them out a little bit. I don't quite like how close they put them, especially when we're going to be using these for a stencil. So I need them spread out a little farther than what they had them. I'm just going to put that one clear over to that corner. And I'll see, make sure my vinyl is at least 6 inches long. Click continue. And I'm just going to select regular vinyl for my cut setting. If you're on a Cricut Explorer, go ahead and turn your dial to vinyl, and we'll head back to our Cricut and get it cut. Okay, let's get the vinyl loaded onto our cut mat. I put 2 designs over here, and I put the other one up in this corner. Go ahead and get the mat under both tabs. Hit the hit the load button, and then we'll hit the start button. Okay, we have finished cutting. Always remember to turn your mat over and remove your mat from the vinyl so it doesn't curl or ruin your design as much. Now we're going to weed it, and with stencil vinyl, you'll want to remember we're going to leave the background. It's kind of the opposite of, a little piece is missing. It's kind of the opposite of using a regular vinyl. You're going to leave the background and remove the other parts. These tiny pieces are going to be harder to keep in. That's the bad thing about doing small designs. You lose some tiny pieces. I think I'm going to get that other one. Sometimes you can save them though. It leaves a nice little indent on the vinyl after it's cut so you know where they go. Okay, that is good. Get rid of our vinyl waste in my trash can, and then we'll put a piece of paper transfer tape over so we can transfer it to our ornament. This one is stuck. Okay, there we go. So you transfer tape over it, and then use your scraper tool. I left my Cricut one out at the dining room table. I craft as much at the dining room table as I do back here in my craft table. Get it scraped down really good so it'll transfer. We can use our scissors. I know where I set them. Use our scissors and trim this up a little bit so we don't have so much extra. Pull off the backing, and then we're just going to line this up on the wood slice ornament. And get it pressed down. Once you feel like you have it good and stuck, you can go ahead and peel off the transfer tape. And now we'll be ready to do our design. I'm going to go ahead and get the other two done really quick. I'll probably cut that out. You don't need to see them all. But we'll be right back to do the wood burning. Okay, I have the other designs ready to go. Probably a little too small to make those letters. I did lose some centers. I've got bits of vinyl stuck to me everywhere. Forgot how does require a little more patience to work with smaller designs than it does the big ones, but these are so cute. So I got this scorch marker, and I'll link it down below. It's really been fun to work with. It will make it look wood burnt, So to get started, you need to shake it really well. And then we're just going to marker. Well, the next step you'll have to do is prime it. And I have to tell you, the first time I used it, you did have to prime it a lot. I'll show you on this back side. You'll be able to see the lines turn wet. That's how you'll know it's primed. But you're going to have to sit there and that tip goes down. You're going to have to keep pushing that tip down until you see the wetness come out of the marker. So then it's just, you don't even really have to color in the lines because we have the stencil. So all the places we're going to color in. I just lost the center of that E. Yeah, small words and these intricate cuts. That might be harder to do. We might just have to use bigger words, bigger letters. So I'm just going around in every part, just color it in with this marker. Every once in a while you'll need to push down to get it primed again. Once you've gotten them all done, next we're just going to pull off the vinyl. I might get one that's a little more dry. And you can use the pick to get the middle pieces up, or your fingernails, whichever works best for you. These are stuck down fairly good. You can kind of see the outline of it still there, but it's really going to pop and look wood burnt after we apply the heat. Okay, all the vinyl's off, and you are going to want a heat pad for this. I'm using my heat press pad. You can see the first one I did though, it stained, the wood stained. This is going to get pretty hot. And I have to say, I did try the mini press and I tried a hair dryer too. They did not work near as well as using an actual heat gun, and that's what the Scorch marker recommends, is using a heat gun. So that's what we're going to do. And we just heat it up, continue moving. This gets extremely, extremely hot. So don't touch any metal pieces of your heat gun, and make sure you have a heat protective for your table. Okay, you can see these are very, very, very warm. I wouldn't pick them up right away, but this is the first one I did. Still pretty warm. You can see, isn't that cool how that turned out? I just think it's awesome. Wood burning without a wood burner. So now we can get our bows done and our twine on. I'm gonna let them cool just a second and we'll be right back to do that part. Okay, I've already got some bows done. I'll show you how I do them really quick. Take your hot glue gun. We're gonna burn our fingerprints off here. Seriously though, hot glue guns are hot. If you're a crafter, I'm sure you've already burnt your finger, ouch, prints off. So what you're going to do first is just make a loop, and I cut that, I don't know how long to begin with. Looks like it was probably in the neighborhood of 4 to 5 inches, but as you can make them whatever you want. This one's smaller, that one's bigger. If you want them all uniform size for your ornaments, definitely measure them first. And then we need just a half of a ribbon. So I cut this piece in half, so we just have a little bit. And then take this part, center the glue up. You can put that part up for the glued end in the center, and then kind of just fold it up like an accordion so it's pinched together. And hold it there with your fingers. Then we're going to set it on top of this little strip and put a dot of glue at the top of that little strip. Try to move as much as your fingers out of the way as you can. If you have tools, that will help. And just pull that down and glue it down. So that part of the strip is held there in the front. And then we're going to pull it tight and wrap it around, flip it over, add a dot of glue to the back, and then glue the final end there. Like I said, you can use your tools if you prefer to keep your fingers. And then you just, ouch, still got me. Fluff it up, poof up the sides, and you have a nice little bow. To get the twine in, my ornaments came with twine included, which is pretty handy. So you just cut off a couple of inches, thread it through the center, and if you have a problem getting the twine through, you can use your Cricut tool again. It's handier for more things than just weeding. Trim it up here. And I like to move the knot towards the back. Add a liberal amount of glue, and then your bow to the top. That's so cute. And that's all you need to do to get these gorgeous ornaments. I think they turned out fantastic. Once again, my name is Chris with Daily Dose of DIY. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video.